What's happening, gang? I'm back, and I'm here now with a bit more update on how my journey went after the hospital. So, I of course came home after being at the Heath for about 2 months. I wasn't there long. So, I came home after they removed all my rights. Actually, there's a point I want to get to. They removed all of my human rights. DOLS, they call it, DOLS, and I can't remember what it stands for, but all my human rights were gone. I basically belonged to the system. I didn't have human rights. Like, I wasn't a man. I was more a guinea pig to them, and I was disposable because I was at such a critical rate. They thought I wasn't going to pull through and make it like I did. So, yeah, that was pretty scary times. I had to fight for my rights back. I had to help my mother, my father. They did help a lot, and luckily got them back. So I'm not just subject 001. Yeah, I'm now Harrison Thomas again. So that was very frightening times. But right, the other point I was getting on to, coming home. So I went to Rookwood Hospital back and forth, and they called me a Rookwood special because I would go there for appointments and like occupational therapy and things like that. But I would then come home when those appointments were finished. So whenever they were, done, help me relearn how to make a cup of coffee, cook some food, anything, things like that. I would then come home, of course, and then when I was home, then I would just spend most of my time resting, and just recovering. But yeah, speech impairment. Sometimes I gotta pause the video and edit it because I forget what I'm on about. But what I also did as I was home and things was a lot of therapy with mum, like hard therapy, and I had like what they call therabands and stuff to train my muscles back in, train my leg muscles and running, boxing on the bag and stuff, getting my movements and motor movements back up, and walking, a little bit of running here and there, and literally just did this weekend just gone. It's now Monday today. I think it's like the 13th of December or something. And yeah, this weekend I literally just relearned how to run properly, and I was running like really weird. It was odd. I like run, and then as I take the stride of my right leg, I would like wobble like that, like wobble, wobble, wobble every time I ran. Every single footstep we're running, it would drive me insane. But that's gone now, thankfully, and I gotta keep doing that. I gotta keep running. So like every weekend, I'm gonna play football or something with Dad. So have a kick about and really get that motion back into trained into my body. So this has been pretty difficult, but yeah, it was like really, really hard pushed therapy with mum. Her being a rugby physio, she knew, or knows, I should say, not knew, a lot of how to get me recovered, get me back, get my motor movements right. Motor movements being like movements to your arm, movement your hand, things like that. And I had this weird like numbness and tingling in my I'm holding the phone with that one. In this one, to you, that's my right. That's no, wait a minute. What? Yeah, that's my right. To you, that's probably my left. Mongo. But yeah, I had a lot of numbness and tingling, so it felt like if I would go like that, or I touch, say, like a smooth surface or something, like this speaker behind me. Oh, sorry, my fingers. This here, it felt as if it was fluffy. It didn't feel smooth. It was really weird, the tingling and numbness, and I couldn't feel my fingers right. I couldn't feel my right hand side properly. It was so strange. And now it's my left side that's really sensitive. Like if I play fighting or something, but with mum, or like dad just taps my left leg, I literally jump a mile. I mean, whoa. It's so hyper reactive. It's bizarre. There is a guy for an entire year. They took my license for a year because I was deemed unable to drive. So they completely stripped that off me in 2 seconds flat. The DVLA took my license really quick, and then took over a year to give it back after ridiculous amounts of tests, ridiculous amounts of assessments, and just, oh my god, just so long-winded. And they would take like 3 months every time to reply or get back to me or make me go for another test. And don't get me wrong, I did every single test and everything on the button, like on the dot, bang, I was there, done it. But oh no, we'll just drag our feet and just drag along with this. Oh my god, it drove me insane. I lost a lot of touch with reality because of that. I lost a lot of friends. I didn't see hardly anyone. No one bothering me anymore, and it was rare that I would get collected, and or like I wanted to be bothered with. And now I spend most of my time on like mountain bikes and stuff, because that there has like opened up doors for me to socialize again. I bother with a lot of people younger than me, but like my little brother, he's 12, and we have a riot of a time. A boy called Morgan Jackson. Me and him have a great time. We always have a great laugh. He's 13, and he's amazing to watch on a bike. He's very, very talented. That boy should be going somewhere soon. Should be doing races and getting sponsored. He's really good for his age. He's really good. He's faster than me down trails, and he can do the size of jumps I can do. He's pretty good. Fair play to him. And like, obviously I'm not really one to compare to because I'm disabled. I'm not really an able-bodied man and young man. But other young people and young men, young boys that I know, that I've seen doing trails and stuff, and that little Morgan Jackson, he can jump just as good or run trails faster. And fair play to that boy. He's good at it. Another one as well is Curtis Kelly. We always have a good riot of a time. He's 15. But that's the thing. That's with this sport, this mountain biking, age doesn't really count. It's just a number when you've got all your friends in the same sport, and they'll join in with you. And back to Morgan Jackson, I'm very good mates with his dad as well now. His dad's 30, and we get along like house on fire. I go down his house for a cup of coffee and have a chat and things, and have a go at work on his bike and stuff, or Morgan's bike, and he'll chuck me a little bit of money here and there. Or like today, he paid me in a different way. I can't show you because the bike's outside. But he paid me with a box of fresh eggs because he's got his very own chickens, and an oval chainring that didn't fit Morgan's bike, annoyingly, but would fit mine. So he was like, "Oh, as a payment, why don't you just take this?" And that's £10 worth of chainring, oval chainring in red as well. Perfect. Like, great. Yes, please, Lewis. I'll take that. A brand new one. That's great. I'm very happy with that. The chain ring being the the ring on the front by the pedals. I got a bike here, my soda. I can show you the chain ring. Here's the crank arm. That's the chain ring. There's a chain going around it like. So he gave me a new one of them today as payment. So very grateful for, you know, his help, his kindness, and they're a nice family. Morgan's mother, Morgan's dad, Morgan himself, his younger sisters. You know, it's a nice atmosphere to go down the house, and you know, sometimes I just need that. Sometimes I just need a bit of social contact. You know, regardless of this whole COVID crap. Thank God that's, you know, not a bother to me or them, because that would really, really get in the way of things. But I need that. You know, I need that. You know, I don't see anyone my age anymore. Like, very rarely. My best friend Ashley West, he's got a little young kid now, and he settled down with a partner in his own house. So I'm just living my life as carefree and as loose cannon as possible, whilst recovering at the same time, because every single day is a challenge. Because like I said in my last video, it's like I'm doing everything drunk. Everything. It's not a fun game, this. I had no license, so I had no mode of transport, nothing. No car, none of it. So I was on the bus for a while, until I did a bit of research. I did a little brainstorming. I looked into electric bikes, and then what I found for sale was worth its weight in gold to me. I'll show you it right now. I called it the Ghost because it was a pedal electric moped in graphite, and I called it the Ghost because people wouldn't hear it coming, and they wouldn't see it coming until it was right there, and it had a horn and everything, and I beeped the horn, and like go past them, and they would always go whoo, so like they just seen a ghost, so it scared them. So that's where the name came from, the Ghost. What it was actually called was a bumblebee buzz, and I was like, no, that's kind of queer, so I'm gonna have Ghost, and it fitted really well. So I'm gonna took up a few pictures now. Here's the Ghost, and this was my get out of jail free card until I learned to build electric bikes. So here's the Ghost, and she was absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I had it done for Christmas. The sticker and plate on the back, on the side even sticker. Had it all custom made myself off eBay and all. There it is with that Adam, my little brother's bike. And it was just, it was amazing, this thing. I loved the Ghosts. I would happily have it again, but I got nowhere to keep it. And then here's me now, enjoying my life on the Ghost. But then I did more research, like I said, and I learned with this broken old brain of mine how to build electric bikes. And that's one thing I've always been really, really, really good at, is inventing things. And next, this is the Patriarch. It's an Orange Patriot 7 Plus downhill bike with a battery and hub motor fitted, and it's been upgraded now to have a bottom bracket motor. I'll show all the photos right now of it, and the reason I call it Patriarch is it's a Patriot with an arc running through it, arc of electricity. You know, it's this bike, it could do a bit more than the Ghost. It was a bit faster, it rode just as smooth, but I could also go off-road on it, which was anywhere that wasn't passable with the Ghost was with the Patriarch, and that was my main reason for building it. Here she is. So here she is, Patriarch, Mark 1, 1000 watt hub motor, 52 volt battery, massive battery life. The Parkway in a forest, like I said, off-road. I couldn't take the Ghost, I wouldn't take that. It had a 3000 watt massive wheel on the back, and it was super fast. It was 60 mile an hour, ridiculous. A barn somewhere or something in Blenavon town. I could take that thing everywhere. And then the 3000 watt massive wheel broke, so then I had to put a thin one back on there, but still 3000 watt. So it was still just as fast, but even lighter now. And wow, the places I went on this bike, wow. And then here now is bottom bracket motor, so no hub motor, a lot lighter and a lot more power efficient on battery life. And my god, it will pull up cliffs with that bottom bracket motor. The torque is incredible. I went everywhere on, well, I still do. I still go everywhere on this bike. I still have it to this day. What an incredible creation this thing was. Well, it is. I still got it. And then there's mine and Dad's bikes together. Patriarch and his Cove. And that's me mid-8 on the Patriarch. Beast. So that's about it for my crazy inventions and stuff. And the Patriarch I still have now. Mad inventions I'm still making. And what else did I do to pass the time? This is what else I did. I did buy another Mark IV Astra because it kept me alive. So I had to get another one. So this one I named the Fastra 2. And she was a 1.7 diesel with about 80 horsepower. But oh, she's beautiful. And when I first got back driving, I did not leave this car alone. It had like 190,000 miles when it started. And I sold it back on again there with like 198,000 miles. It was a high miler, but it worked perfect. So what I did was completely modify the guts into this car. And oh, I loved it. I loved this car. Alright, this is down Barry Island. This is a step forward in time back when I was driving. But this is a Fastra 2. And oh my god. It wasn't a fast car, don't get me wrong. I didn't want a fast car. But oh, look at that. Just so beautiful. I absolutely adored the guts into it. Made my life complete when I had it back on the road. But that's not it for my crazy inventions. Actually, come again. Because I built this from the ground up. It was an old dirt bike frame, a push bike front end, and a push bike back end that I built the swing arm out of like builder's rebar and stuff. I put a hub motor that's meant to go in the wheel in the middle, and you couldn't pedal it, but it worked just like a dirt bike, and it's right there now. And this I called the mid-drive. I didn't know what else to call it because it was driven from the middle. But oh my dreams, is this an awesome machine. It baffles so many people when they see it. They're like, what is that? How? What? Yeah, no, I built that from scratch. Check out my darling, the mid-drive. Here she is, the mid-drive, up the abandoned mine. She started life as a hardtail, and she would fit in the boot. See? That's her with my Fastra. The adventures we had, oh my god, and we still have. I still got this bike. See, look, fits in the car. Fits in my new car too. Now it's a full suspension because I built that swing arm. I have like a kid's bike headstock and an old motorbike shock. It's, oh, what a bike. This thing, because it's driven from the middle, not a hub motor in the wheel. That's an old shack in the British somewhere. Not a hub motor in the wheel. Excuse me. It's full of torque and it just spins and pulls like mad. This is incredible. But here he is, mad inventor, still at it, still going, still breathing, and still recovering. Let's wrap it up there. About 20 minutes, I think, just over. That's enough time. This is an extra part of my story, and there's more to come. Please keep following. I'm very grateful for the ones who's started to follow me on this journey, and it's going to be a good one, I promise. Well, no, I know, because it's my journey and oh, it affects me every day, and every day is a change. Wow, it's difficult to get my words out, as you can probably tell. But yeah, let's wrap it up there. that'll do. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.
Sick.